You're listening to Moon Monkey with Matt and Andrew. On this episode, we're going to be talking about Sicario, directed by Denis Villeneuve.
So we're going to do a little review of Sicario, because new Sicario is coming out, Sicario Soldado. But the original one out in 2015, starring Emily Blunt as Kate Mercer, an FBI agent who's working the drug squad in America, and the opening scene is her trying to hunt down these cartel members, and he thinks there's hostages inside the building. And she goes inside, and there are no hostages, but the building is full of corpses, and there's an explosion.
I love the opening scene of this film, like that.
Yeah.
The scene, because you don't really see a lot of violence, but it's just the aftermath, because it's just they find one corpse, I think, in the wall. Oh no, they go in and there's gang members in the building, and they have a sort of shootout, but then they discover almost by accident one corpse, and then it's just
the whole building is basically
dozens of
bodies.
them. Yeah. So shortly after that, she's brought in by Josh Brolin, who's working for the FBI.
Well, no, you don't really know who Josh Brolin's working for.
Oh, CIA.
He's kind of this shady character to begin with. And she's like, should I go with him? And she's told she's going to go to Texas, but really she's taken across the border into Juarez secretly. And she doesn't really understand why she's there, what's going on. So the whole movie is Emily Blunt's character, Kate, trying to discover what she's actually doing with Matt Graver, played by Josh Brolin, and the reasons why she's involved and what's actually going on. Yeah. And she's constantly struggling with her ideals of, is this actually within the law, what they're doing? And there's also Benicio del Toro playing Alejandro, who's this kind of shady character, and the whole movie is, again, discovering who he is and what his motives are. But it's a really good movie, and like you say, it sets the tone with the opening scene, which is really dark and just horrific. Yeah. And throughout the movie, you're just constantly going through, seeing all these horrific...
a cartel crime thriller.
Yeah.
But I feel as though the emphasis of the film is more on the morality and the characters rather than the action. There is action in it, but it's a lot more of a character study. Yeah. I think a lot of people missed this film. I was one of them. When it came out, it got really good reviews. Everyone who did see it thought it was really good, but I feel like it didn't get as big an audience as it should have done in 2015. And obviously that's 3 years ago, so it's taken them 3 years to do the sequel to it.
Yeah.
I think if it had been bigger at the time, they would have come out with a sequel quicker. But it's sort of taken time to build up a good following of people.
Yeah, I think it's just really good performances. And the first one, I think the strength of the first one was the cinematography and the performances and the directing. Obviously, Denis Villeneuve's got a very good reputation for that kind of stylish movie.
Yeah. And
not afraid to leave long shots and not cutting constantly and making it a bit more suspenseful when you're in, especially for this movie, the huge suspense scene is the traffic jam. Yeah, it's not a car chase; they're just literally sitting in the and it's just builds with the score and there's no cuts and you're just sitting going, what's going to happen?
Yeah, it's just the looks of the guys in the other cars, and you don't know. This is when they're sort of not quite back into American territory yet.
Yeah, they're coming back from Juarez after collecting.
And also they built it up in the preceding scenes, told her how dangerous this is, and there's a chance people are going to start shooting. So you're aware of the stakes, and like you say, it just builds up the tension really well. But yeah, like you said, the cast are really good. Emily Blunt's fantastic because she really goes through a change of sort of very hardworking FBI agent at the beginning, and then she's brought into a world where she's told she's not told very much, so you're sort of following her through on the journey, finding out who Josh Brolin is and who Benicio del Toro is and how they operate, and she has some difficult decisions to make about her own country and the way that they operate and the way their law enforcement operates, because it's even though they're dealing with bad people, the central sort of theme, or one of the themes of the film, I guess, is how far is it acceptable for us to go in tracking down drug cartels? Yeah. Is it okay for us to overstep the mark on occasions in tracking these people down? Benicio del Toro was really good as everything, and Josh Brolin was fantastic, really funny in a lot of scenes. He sort of lightens the tone a little bit, because it's even though it's dark, is somewhat humorous.
Yeah, he plays
walking around in flip flops and
or bare feet and just giggling and having like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" You know, there's like people being interrogated and shot and everything. He's just like playing it really cool. But yeah, I think like the story's not amazing. It's more like the mystery about who's who and what's going on. But the performances are really good.
I felt like with the story, it was more realism for the first part, and then it went more into sort of typical action movie mode at the end. But yeah, like I really liked it. Like I say, this was I didn't see it when it was on the cinema. This was the first time watching it on DVD. But yeah, like I would recommend people see it, and hopefully a lot of people go see Sicario 2, Soldado, because from the trailer it looks though like carries on that relationship with Josh Brolin and Benicio del Toro from the first film. So you learn more about them.
Yeah, like I really like Sicario. The only thing that's slightly different in the new one is it's not the same director; it's a different director. So that'll be interesting to see how that changes it. But yeah, I think Sicario is a good movie. Very dark in its subject matter, but very stylish, and it's definitely worth a watch because it builds suspense and like the performance is really great.
Yeah.
So if you've not seen Sicario, go and see Sicario before Sicario Soldado, and we'll do a review of that probably sometime in the summer.
When it comes out.
Yeah. Not before that, because we don't have that kind of power.
So thanks for listening to our review. We hope you enjoyed that. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll be back again with more reviews.